Hi everyone, I'm here to just talk to you guys real quick about timelines collapsing and ascension symptoms. And you've probably heard about ascension symptoms before, but what you may not have heard is that this is connected to your past lives. Of course, if you've been with me for a while, you know that past lives don't exist. There is no time. Time is an illusion. Everything is happening now. If you are now wondering what the hell is this lady talking about, then go and check out my other videos where I talk about this. But the thing is, you are always in connection with your parallel lifetimes, your other soul aspects, and you are influencing each other in your now moment. So in the now moment of your other incarnations, you are, and the decisions that you make are influencing them in their reality, and the same thing is happening for you in your lifetime, basically. Now, I had a very crazy experience yesterday, and because I know and because I realized what was going on, I understood what was happening. The thing is, many of you may start to go through similar experiences like this, and you may start to wonder if you're losing your mind or if you're just unhealthy and weird stuff is happening physically and emotionally. The thing is, April especially is a month of, but March as well was very intense. A lot of planetary shifts are happening. And if you know Stevie from Farmhouse Moon, she is a great astrologer, and she is going to be writing for our magazine. Well, she's writing for our magazine already. And she has a great update for April that will be in our magazine that is coming out on Saturday. But back to what I'm saying. So, I had a really bad migraine yesterday, and we've all had migraines. Like if you're a woman especially, then they can be connected to your hormonal cycle and stuff like that. I've always, not well, ever since I started working, ever since I became an adult, basically, I could get stress headaches, migraines, and it would be really bad. Around 2008, 2009, it was really bad for a while, but then things got a lot better. But the last year, ever since I started becoming more public, talking more about my spiritual journey, putting more energy into my spiritual business, these migraines would sometimes pop up. And now I have other people that I talk to who have had the same experience. And these are people whose Akashic records I have read, and I have seen what caused their migraines or headaches, and it is connected to a shared experience that we had in an Atlantean past life. So in this lifetime, this is a lifetime that I was shown again in 2019. For the first time, I was shown that I was on this table in some kind of laboratory, and they were shocking my brain. They were basically electrocuting my brain. This was a traumatic lifetime because I did not want to give any information away, and that is why they were doing this to us. The temple that I was a part of, and the other members of this temple who I have now started to find again through social media and through doing their Akashic Records readings, and they have their own trauma and physical problems that are connected to this lifetime. And so back to the experience yesterday, I had a really bad headache, and the headache was just getting worse and worse and worse, and nothing was helping, nothing at all. And it got to the point where I was crying in pain, where I was crying, and I had my eyes closed, and I am in connection with my Pleiadian guide, and she has these healing chambers in the Pleiadian mothership that she sometimes takes me to, and all of a sudden I close my eyes and I'm in this entrance of this ship, and they're all frantically running around, coming my way. They're taking me to this room, and it's a blue round room, and they are healing me with this blue ray frequency, which I work with every day with Archangel Michael. and I'm feeling the headache is still there. It's really bad. It's just not going away. But after that happened, I came out of that experience, still had this headache, but then all these images started popping up from this Atlantean lifetime, and I see myself on this table all strapped down, and I am seeing all the details of this experience. So I'm seeing, it was really gross, really, basically seeing how they're shocking my brain, basically, and my skin is turning black in my face, and there's blood coming out of my ears, and there's like, yeah, and I'm starting to vomit because I'm just like, and I was nauseous yesterday from the headache. If you've ever had a migraine, then you will know that you can get very nauseous from the migraine. And so that's what was going on yesterday. And I'm seeing all these images, and I'm noticing that time falls away, that there is this veil falls away, it disappears, and I am my Atlantean self. I was a male priest in that lifetime, and I worked with the violet flame, and so I see myself in this lifetime, and I'm on this table, and I'm seeing how this man is just not giving anything away, not giving any information. And his soul, my soul, in that experience got very traumatized because he was not allowed to really feel. So he dissociated basically from his body, and went through all of the physical stuff, and he didn't do anything, and he was just there like suffering, and he died a very terrible death. And because it was connected to me being a leader position, like in a leadership position in that lifetime, and it's something that always comes up when I am working on the magazine that we have, our Activate Your Telephone Line to Source magazine. Whenever there's big shifts happening around this magazine, which I don't view as just a magazine. To me, this is my personal mystery school, because we put content in there that is very sensitive, that has not appeared anywhere else online, stuff that I've channeled, stuff that Nick personally has written that nobody has ever seen, that we are putting in the magazine. So for us, this is us putting ourselves out there in a very private way, being very open with the people that are a member of this magazine community, that contribute, that read our magazine. And so to me, this lifetime was connected to this aspect of my soul, me stepping into this leadership position again, basically, and being confident and knowing what I'm talking about and all of that stuff. Just like we all have these lifetimes where they are coming back up for you right now. So I'm on the bed and I'm just suffering. I have this horrible headache, and it's like at the point where I'm thinking I need to go to the hospital. This is not a normal migraine. I feel like I'm going to throw up, all this stuff. Yeah, so what happened is that I felt like the timelines were collapsing. Time was not like linear, time just disappeared. And I was aware of myself in this Atlantean lifetime as his version of my soul was aware of me seeing the experience. And I was able to have a conversation with this part of myself that was on the table, and I understood he was not able to fully experience the pain of that experience, and his soul had to basically bottle all that stuff up. But because it's connected to this pattern of being public, feeling safe to be public, that now this is coming up for me, and the energy of that is going to manifest on a physical level as well. And if those parts of your soul have not been able to heal this, process this energetically, physically, on all levels, then it's going to come up for these other soul aspects of yours, these other incarnations of yours, which is this lifetime now, where I am doing the same thing, working with the violet flame, stepping more to the forefront with my knowledge and what I know, what I want to share with the world. And so I had this horrible migraine. I see myself there, And I realized that now in this lifetime, I don't have to keep it bottled up, and I can really be present with it. And I felt everything. I felt the disgust, the feeling betrayed by humanity, the just feeling so sad and unsafe in that experience. And I was crying with this headache. And I realized that, like, I'm not crying for myself. I was crying for this man that I was in this Atlantean lifetime. And as I was crying, I had my hands like this, just like this, and I was pressing on my head for a couple hours. And it slowly started to fade away the moment I was able to release these emotions and to connect with this part of myself. And I could feel that this version of myself, my other soul aspect from Atlantis, was thanking me, saying, thank you for doing this, that you are it's like a spider web, basically. When you have a whole spider web, and if you step on one thread of the web, the whole spider web is going to be affected. It's going to vibrate, the whole web, it's going to ripple through. So if something important happened in one of your incarnations and a similar pattern is coming up in your lifetime, you will notice energetically, you will feel it, that this other part of your soul is going through something, and this may come up as ascension symptoms. So what happens is, the more you open up, the more light you pull in, the more wisdom you get, the more of your higher self that you are integrating, your body is going to release this energy that you have been holding onto from these other incarnations that you were not able to process properly and fully be present with, like what happened to me yesterday. So if you have specific ailments, stuff that just keeps happening physically, some people have stomach issues all the time, some people have neck issues, back issues, whatever. Like the same thing with Nick, my husband. He had this horrible neck pain for so long, and we were able to see that it was connected to an etheric wound of a past life where he was stabbed and stuff like that. And if you're able to solve it now, you're going to be able to solve it for these other parts of your soul that are still living out their realities. So that's what I'm trying to just share this experience with you, so that you understand that when you go through these things, where it's coming from, and try to really go into the experience and ask your higher self, what is it that I need to see? What am I, what is coming up for me, so that I can overcome this and integrate this, and so that you can release this dense energy, that those blocks that were stuck in you, and so that you can just pull in more of your own light. And this is something that I do look at in my Akashic Records readings, and in my hypnosis sessions I do a chakra scan, and often stuff comes up about past lives where there is energy stuck, what it's connected to, what pattern it's connected to. If you feel that you have this thing that keeps coming up, I do encourage you to go have a look on my website and see if maybe one of my services could be helpful for you, because I feel like this is really coming up. I made some notes here, but yeah. So what you're doing is you're finishing this for all of your parallel lifetimes. And for the people involved, like I said before, it's kind of like a spider web. And you were in these lifetimes, are in these lifetimes, because linear time is just one thing. It's one circle of experiences that are all happening simultaneously. So the people that you are connected with in this lifetime, that you call your soul family, these can be actual family members, but they can also be friends. They can be people you meet online that you immediately click with. And these people can start to go through their own experiences when you shift something that they are connected to somehow in the spider web of energetic connections through time and space. They're going to start to experience stuff like this as well, because we're all part of this collective that is shifting old energy. And individually, we all have a puzzle piece in that big collective that we are solving for ourselves. And then when you go and expand it, then you're going to find that your soul family is going through similar things. And that's why it's so important to communicate with people that share your views, that are like-minded, because especially now, if you're watching this and you have found your tribe, if you will, of people that you know are diving into their past lives, have seen memories, that they know where these energetic patterns are coming from, then often they will experience the same things. I have two people already that I know were with me in that lifetime that are going through similar physical problems. And it's just by communicating about this and by sharing this, you can sometimes just give them a little bit of information that gives them this insight into their own experience. So that is why it's very important to heal together, to solve this together. And what is really coming up as well is a karmic collapse, so to speak. In April, there's a lot of karmic timelines ending, and often it has to do with people close to you that were responsible for a lot of trauma in past lives, and that you will start to notice that there are boundaries that you have to put up in this lifetime, because energetically you're starting to become more aware of the fact that time doesn't exist. You're starting to become more aware of who everybody is to you on an energetic level, what the soul contracts are that you have with these people. And if you don't have clarity on that quite yet, know that you have all the answers within. If you can just feel that there is something that is calling for your attention energetically, that if you feel like anxious or something and you know that there's stuff that you should be looking at, what I want to mention just real quick is I have my mini mentorship on spring sale now for about a month, and I could really help you by looking at some of these things, pulling open this connection to your higher self, to your guides, to your parallel soul aspects, so that you can tackle these ascension symptoms just more efficiently, and so that you don't have to keep going back into this loop, into another loop of the same pattern, the same stuff that keeps happening, because every physical symptom has an energetic cause. Or also, if you experience emotional patterns that keep happening, then it is just so valuable to go look into your Akashic records, and often the origin of a lot of these patterns is not even in this lifetime. So yeah, what else was I gonna say? I have my dragons right here. These are my two dragon guides. And, well, not my two dragons. This is my dragon guide. This is my husband's dragon guide, but we're like kind of one big dragon family, so we're all just family of dragons. But if you are aware of your dragon guide, then you can call them in as well to really assist with this, because this is something that they do. This is what they're good at, transmuting big blocks of energy that are just no longer resonating with this new Christ consciousness that we are activating on the planet right now. And dragons are all about activating Christ consciousness. If you want to read more about this, I am actually writing a book about this, and each month a new chapter appears in our magazine. So each month I am writing a new channeling, actually. These two are channeling through me this book about angels, dragons, and other things. So yeah, what did I want to say? So yeah, ascension symptoms. And just let me know, do you have things that you see in your life that are coming back all the time, like migraines, like whatever? Because sometimes there's really a pattern a lot of the times that comes back with certain like back pain or like headaches or whatever. Often it has the same meaning, and if you know a little bit about your past lives, then you can really go and meditate and find out. Try to ask your higher self, where is this coming from? So try this for me and let me know, because it is very important for us to talk about this together, to share experiences together about all of this stuff, so that we can also gain insights from other people's experiences. And again, then we are working together as this spider web of information. So if you are interested in our magazine, on Saturday, the second issue will be coming out with a bunch of cool information. I just posted a post about that a little bit earlier. And yeah, definitely if you feel like you need some extra help with all of this, April is going to be a pretty intense month, and this is why I decided to offer a sale on my mini mentorship. Then email me about it or check out my website. Other than that, I wish all of you guys a great day, and yeah, try to make sure that you're supporting your bodies with good food, drinking water. I feel like that is very important for the next couple of days, because we have a whole bunch of planets that are flying around everywhere. I can't remember exactly, but there's stuff also happening with the sun this month. There's an eclipse, but I think that's around the 20th. But there's also stuff with Mercury happening. There's another retrograde coming up. I'm going to pull one quick dragon card. I have them over here. Just for anybody that is watching. If you're watching this, then this is for you. Dusty pink dragon from Andromeda prepares all your chakras to embody higher love. Accept and radiate higher love. Touch others with its flame. So this is really what's going on, that we are clearing a lot of these chakras that are holding on to this energy of these parallel lifetimes, these other soul aspects that have gone through their experiences. But of course, we're all one with our other soul aspects, our other incarnations. So this is going to manifest as energetic blocks. And if we can clear this, then we have more room for higher frequency energy. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you guys, and I will be back later with more videos and all kinds of stuff. So, but definitely let me know in the comments how you have been feeling energetically, what's been coming up for you. Bye bye.